Thank the people that have helped to grow the sport. Thanks Mr. Rio Soko. Now Francis Lukwekwe for the strings and the famous commentary ya Peter. Jobe na beautiful voice ya Priscilla. Kama moyo usimami mara, hivyo mchezaji wa pool ushika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima. Na sitikiswa na dhoruba. Leo tulinyawa hulu. Utaka BWANIKA, nyaya yetu. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. In Africa we play no games. Cue in hand, history made. For the legends, let's celebrate. Oh na na, oh na na na.
And now this is an extension of a stream that was actually a short one. It may be a stream having 2 matches of Caesar. With the first one he played against Martin, having an extension of Dangote in the same stream, and now he is on the center table, table 2, taking on Walusimbi in another short encounter, a race to 4. The fans are, of course, surrounding the arena, surrounding the table, surrounding the venue, of course, to watch the Scorpion unleash his best shots. It is now 1-1 between the two players, with Walusimbi trying to act as one who wants to take down the Scorpion. He will be playing a beautiful shot with a drawback, leaving the yellow onto the top center for a connection. Plays to Cannon, another yellow. Yes, that's good use of the brains. I think problem solving is very, very key in a game of pool. He plays very fast, other than Walusimbi, who was taking time between shots, playing top spin cue ball, moving forward to the potting of the yellow top center. I don't know whether he wants to play a combination, but I think he wants to cut into the bottom pocket. That is Caesar for us. Beauty being unleashed in front of the fans at Black Power Pool Arena in Kasangati. Gayaza Road is the place to be tonight. The fluidity, the experience, and of course the passion of the match and the billiards pool game is what has brought all of these fans here. Caesar Chandiga, very, very gumite tonight. Allow me go through some of your comments. Victor Justice was informing us that Rashid is doing well in Kenya. Kindly give us updates. Victor Nicodemus, Victor Justice is through to the next round. That was Caesar, the first match. This stream has 3 matches in it. The first one was Caesar against Martin, continued with Dangote versus Ivan Kanyesije, and now Caesar in the same stream versus Walusimbi. It is currently 2-1. Nash Shafi says Caesar, man. Brian Limo, my G Caesar. Oshra Breeze. Location, this is Gayaza Road in Kasangati at a place called Black Power. As soon as you reach Kasangati, of course, opposite Shell petrol station, onto your left is where we are. You will see a multitude of people, pool lovers around the arena, with majority even still outside, watching those that are enjoying the numbered discipline. I want to greet Mr. Festus, Monsignor, Isaac Sams, Professor Bonaparte. You are giving directions to Gideon and telling him, please go to Kasangati, opposite Shell. Gideon at Promotions, thank you for the good work. You have done the best. Actually, one day I promise that when I open my arena, you'll be the one to do the artwork. Tamino has a YouTube stream called Lifestyle UG by Lazy. I don't think he's lazy. Maybe according to you, he's busy. He's streaming on TikTok. I don't think he wants to utilize his YouTube channel. He's streaming on TikTok ever since he came. And I believe everybody fancies what they like so much. The tournament must end today. It's a one-day tournament, 64-man comp, and currently we may say a 16-man comp because there are some slots that are already in the round of 16. The players are already in the round of 16, Asiku, Ivan Kanyesije, and the rest are still matches going on the table. Walusimbi carefully ports the black. His shot was very suspect. He was like, a cue ball, help me and not get ported. That is what they call being somehow an average player. You need a little bit of more training to perfect, to know where cue ball will rest after a shot, more especially for those suspect shots. Professor Bonaparte telling us about Walusimbi. Says he plays with the guy at Vegas Chill Out. He's good, but Caesar is class. Caesar is the one Basigire Jonas is saying. And Emmanuel, you're saying this kid is hard. Duke Emma, you're telling us that the race 15, Rashid 15, Ismail 13, power outage. There was a time when we all had a power outage, but it's close to an hour right now. And Simon was telling us, that is Chove, that management was working upon making sure that a generator is put in place to have an alternative power supply. I don't know what happened because it is now close to an hour. If the generator hasn't been brought, then Kenya is another umeme, another UEDCL. There is another match between Council David and Simon Lubulwa. That one is on the table one. Another one is, of course, System, and that is Mark Wutang playing with a manager, I believe. A manager who took down Motesi Rashida in the tournament. Then Ian KAZIBWE is playing another one called Daniel. I will be giving you the winners of those respective matches However, let's currently focus on the one where Walusimbi is taking measurements, closing one eye and making sure he is precise with his shots. He has played, but cue ball is not the best for the Scorpion. Caesar should now do something, I don't know, maybe. He has played to foul. Actually, he wanted a connection of his yellow into another. Table wasn't closed, I think. That is the Scorpion playing a combination. I was mistaken. I thought Caesar was playing yellow into red to foul, but he closed the table on reds. Now Walusimbi taking a chance after Caesar's miss in the top center pocket. The arena has respected our call to stop the music.
Everything you have, you allow with the task. Sometimes when we don't give them the keys, they may.
And once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear viewers. The match between Samuel and Joseph Ibrahim Kayanja, that match, Samuel is still leading by 11 frames to 9 in a race to 13. And in attempt, Ibrahim Kayanja, he is running a table. He thinks he is going to bring a tennis one. And yes, this one, the Scorpion, is taking on Martini. It is still 2-2 level, and it looks like the Scorpion will be pulling one back to make it 3-2 in a red to 4.
And on Saturday.
On Saturday doing what?
Talking.
Yes, I talk every day, but don't make a noise for our dear fans, our dear viewers. You get? Unless if you want to greet them, I will give you the microphone and you say hello to them. Yeah? Okay, you wait. And ladies and gentlemen, the Scorpion puts the black prematurely, giving Martin the lead by 3 frames. Means Martin needs 1 and the Scorpion needs all of the remaining frames. And for that match of Ibrahim Kayanja taking on Samuel, as you can look at it, Ibrahim Kayanja looking for a tense one, and yes, it looks like he will get it because he is on to the black. They are racing to 13, and Ibrahim Kayanza pulls another one back. It's now 10-11, and let's go to our main match here. Martin Blacks and I think Caesar Chandiga. Blacks and Port. Now Caesar plays defensive shot. Can Caesar pull? Come back in this match because Martin leads by 3 frames to 2, and if Martin wins this, then he eliminates Caesar. Can it happen? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you're welcome to this live. Name Alex, Network Admin Uganda. Can Martin finish off this frame? He's going to play. Oh, nice shooting from Martin. Can Caesar come back? Can Martin give Caesar a chance back? Look what the 8 ball where it is stuck. It is just a mere slight movement of the tube ball intercepting it. It goes in. Nonetheless, Martin is shooting like never before. He has gotten the boost after Caesar potting the 8 ball prematurely in the last frame. Now he leads by 3 frames to 2. Caesar needs to win all of the remaining. Martin needs 1, and if Martin can manipulate the tube ball to win this very frame, Caesar will be gone. And yes, is now 3 yellows away to the 8 ball. The possibility of Martin taking down the Scorpion still lies in his hands. Can he do so? Maybe. He's going for another yellow here, and yes, Martin is chewing so well. You can tell he wants to do a single visit, call it a red apple. But trust me, if he doesn't finish off this frame, then Caesar will be equalizing. You leave my casting. I gave you things to do. Martin concentrating to take his shot. He needs a very big back spin maybe to play the tube ball into the remaining. I think he has gotten the nice tube ball to put the last yellow on the table, and if we can do so, ladies and gentlemen, we will be seeing Caesar out. Nonetheless, here, if we can go on there and put this remaining yellow into the corner pocket on the left of the table just near your screen, he will need another back spin for the 8 ball, for the tube ball to bounce, and then he puts the 8 ball and eliminates Caesar. Martin takes his time, and yes, he puts. Now Martin is up against the 8 ball, and guess what? The Caesar Chandiga concedes, and Martin wins against the Scorpion. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be turning our stream to the match between Samuel and Ibrahim Kayanja. Ibrahim Kayanja is looking for an equalizing frame. They are racing to 13, and Ibrahim Kayanja is on 10, and Samuel is on 11. This is a money match, ladies and gentlemen. Can Ibrahim Kayanja mount a comeback? I think he had started some, and yes, if we can go all the way and find a way of winning this ongoing frame, then we will head. It will be all squares. Ibrahim Kayanja, the real machine. Nonetheless, Samuel has the ability to pot and shoot perfectly. You can't rule him out of this match. He has gotten the chance to win against the real machine in Ibrahim Kayanja. Samuel was head started by 3 against Ibrahim Kayanja. Samuel is plus Lee. That's why he is still up against the real machine, and it looks like he will be bringing another frame, making it 12, and giving Ibrahim Kayanja a task to win all the remaining frame, or else he loses. By the way, this match is in Gulu, where yesterday Ibrahim, the real machine, Ibrahim Kayanja, played 2 money matches, including the one against Lutakonya Joseph, the younger man who plays for Upper Volta Polo Club, and Samuel and Ibrahim Kayanja won that match against the Lutakonya Joseph, commonly known as Dogo. And now Samuel is up against the 8 ball, and which he puts. Now Samuel needs 1 frame to win the match, and the real machine needs all of the remaining frames, or else he suffers his first defeat in Guru. They are racing to 13. Current score is Samuel 12, Ibrahim Kayanja, the real machine 10. And yes, Samuel, the Moses Omala look alike. He is on the verge of winning the match against the real machine. And currently it looks like it is going his way. Can the real machine mount a comeback if given a chance back on the table? Nonetheless, Samuel is taking all his time he wanted to play a combination, playing one yellow into the other, and he misses. The real machine given a chance on to this ongoing frame. The real machine needs to be mindful of every shot he needs to take now, because any slight miss or any slight giveaway of a frame means he loses the match to Samuel. Any slight miss, any slight giveaway of a frame. Nonetheless, the match still on, and the real machine looks like he's finding a way of finishing off this frame to pull another one back, to pull the 11th frame. Can he win now? If we finish off this, then it means he will need only to win all of the remaining 2 other frames to win the match and seal it once and for all. Up against the last yellow, red, putting it onto a center pocket on the left of the table with a simple roll of the tube ball like into a direct shot with a direct line with the black, and put it on the corner pocket on the left. And it's now Ibrahim Kayanja, the real machine, 11, and Samuel 12. A race to 13. Ibrahim Kayanja breaks frame, the next frame. Without a benefit of doubt, the real machine needs to break and finish this frame. And if we can do such, or if we can do so, we will really head into a deciding frame. He breaks. Oh my goodness, it looks like it's a dry break. It's a dry break after sprinting all the table, all the balls on the table. The real machine, if Samuel can finish off this frame, then the real machine will not have a chance to play again. It looks like that will be his last shot he took in the match. And yes, thank you for watching. There is my brother, that is Ezekiel Vienne, in the comment section, ladies and gentlemen. The likes of Jeff, the likes of Robert. Thank you for watching and thank you for commenting, ladies and gentlemen. Samuel is taking on the yellows, and looks like the only yellow which looks a little bit, which needs a little bit of attention, is the yellow next to the 8 ball. And if things can go to his plan, it looks like now he's playing that yellow at this shot, and he plays it as a safety. Ibrahim Kayanja survives and is invited back on the table. He needs to find a way of finishing this frame and maybe have a chance to play in the decider, hoping maybe for other results or for other outcome. But for now, he still needs to win this ongoing frame. That's the real machine. He goes for the red one on the right top of the table, and then another red onto the bottom. The other red onto the left, still bottom of the table. The real machine, he almost potted 2 of his reds, and now it looks like the real machine, he is finding a way. He is on target, perfect chewing. Now here he has to play the next red onto the center pocket on the right, on the left. Oh, I don't know whether he can play either of those reds he's looking at, because it looks like he snookered himself on both of those yellow reds at the top end of the table. And the rest the real machine plays. Zero. It's a myth. It's a miss. I think it is a chance given back to Samuel to win his game. If we can all find a way of finishing off. Still his frame looked a little bit of not a one take. Samuel plays. He missed to pot, and now Ibrahim Kayanja going for the one just at the extreme end with a simple chubo, maybe to play either to pot this red into the corner pocket left of the table at the top of the screen. Can he pot? Yes, he pots it. And yes, I can confirm that the real machine will be winning this ongoing frame to make it all squares, and we lead into a decider. Oh my goodness, you may say unlucky is the real machine. And now here somewhere you have to either play a snooker, because I don't see a way of you attacking according to the frame as it looks. If you snooker and then you get 2 shots, they are all way good to help you win the match once and for all. And if the real machine survives, yes, as I said, he will be playing the snooker and it's a sort of snooker. Nonetheless, the real machine, he must find his red or else give out 2 shots. And if you give out 2 shots, here the frame will be, or the match will be gone once and for all. I leave my things alone. Ibrahim goes off the cushion. He finds his red. Wow. He survives.
See, this is cutting down. This is smallest color. This is the best.
You leave the thing. You want to talk? You come here, you say, hello viewers.
Hello viewers.
How are you?
How are you?
You tell them your name.
My name is Ibrahim.
Now you can go. You come here, you say, hello viewers.
Hello viewers.
How are you?
How are you?
Tell them your name. And yes, that is my little daughter. Samuel fails to clear the frame, and Ibrahim Kayanja will be finding a way of winning this frame. And I know he cannot finish. He can't fail to finish off. I am very, very sure this time round. Now it gives himself a task of putting the 8 ball onto the center pocket left of the table. If you miss, you lose the match. The real machine sinks in the 8 ball. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are heading into the deciding frame. Can the real machine finish off this very ongoing frame, or the decider? But before Samuel breaks, can Samuel break and finish to win the match, or else the real machine wins the 3rd consecutive money match in Guru, in his tour or his visit to Guru? And Samuel breaks a foul. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a foul break. He scratches. He puts the 8 ball, the 2 ball on the break. Advantage, the real machine. Ibrahim Kayanja has a big now chance to come back and win his finish off the frame. Can he do so? This is a deciding flame. It's a decider. Twelve, rest to 13. Somewhere, I think if he's not a brother, he may be a cousin, or may be related to Moses Omala, one of the prominent pool players here right now in Kampala. The real machine misses Samuel, invited back on the table after scratching on the brake. Taking all of his time, the time he has to play, because he knows if you just give out the match like that, it will be, or you give out a shot, you'll be giving out the match. He likes playing defensive, and now he goes defense. I think it's a good shot he has just played. Unless if unless if the real machine can play here a combination, nonetheless the real machine goes for a safe, and it looks like now he takes control of that pocket, the real machine. It looks like oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Samuel fouls, puts the A2 ball, and now Ibrahim Kayanja will be playing his one shot to open up the pocket, potting Gazer. Samuel was yellow. And yes, after all, you go for the match. Nonetheless, look at the resting place of the Chubo. Look like the real machine is not happy with it. Nonetheless, he has to play by all means. Can he finish off what he started? Can he manipulate it? And yes, he is the real machine. He can finish off every kind of flame at his best. Decider. Look at the way he's moving his chubo. I don't know whether here he can put one of his reds, bring another one red into the other, or maybe he goes for a safety. He goes for power, and yes, he puts one of his reds now, and he moves one red away. The real machine needs to be on target. He concentrates, he puts, he gets it right, and now the chubo move into can the real machine put this off? Oh my goodness, wow, that shot tells it all. For somebody to win the match, you must generate some of those shots. That was a wonderful and perfect showing from the real machine. Ladies and gentlemen, after playing so well, the Rio Machine misses to put the 8 ball and puts the 2 ball. Wow. Oh my goodness. Ibrahim Kayanja just need to blame himself. And yes, somebody in the comment section is telling us that I think is Ojoko Patrick, that this is a twin brother to Omara Moses. And yes, for those who know Omara Moses, he looks exactly like this guy, only that Omara this time relocated to Kampala, Uganda. And without the benefit of doubt, Ibrahim Kayanja knows that he has been fully beaten by Samuel, the Omara's younger twin brother. Samuel wins the match by 13 frames to 12 cutters of the Rio Machine. The Rio Machine just loses the match like that. Pool is pool, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be shifting this camera or this live to another one here as I look for the match of I'll be looking for the match of Asiku Junior the Rio Machine. Wow, just missed off. To win the match, just playing like that. How on us? This match now, it's Lucas Boma. Lucas Boma is taking on Neo. Yeah, that guy is Neo, and the other guy in white, that is Lucas Boma. Lucas Boomer needs only one match, one frame to win the match. Lucas Boomer, if he can find a way of finishing off this frame, and then there he wins the match once and for all by 4 frames to nil.
We have just had a shock of the day where Warisimbi has eliminated the Caesar at the round of 32 in a decisive frame. I have just seen this same exact stream on another YouTube channel. Thank you for your generosity, dear pool lovers. However, I am streaming direct from Black Power Kasangati. In case someone is streaming, that one may be tapping from this stream, which is okay. And there's no problem with that currently. Simon Lubulwa is taking on Sula Rama. They are on table 1. We have Rick Ross taking on Mutumba Farouk on table 3. And then there is another match on another table. I'm going to update you of the players, but I have gazed, and it's like Ashraf Sentamo is playing. Neo now wanting to bring the first for himself. However, cue ball isn't very good, but he can port to the right middle of your screen. If he ports that, then he will need again cue ball for the porting of one yellow, either top left or left middle. And that is the shot he ports, but how good will the cue ball be? I think he will be needing a cut to the left middle. If he cuts that one, then the cue ball will bounce off top cushion and then will be ported into, it will be, of course, placed into the center of the table. If he doesn't snooker himself, with Lucas on phone, just sending his messages to his fans, I believe, sharing the live, the manager plays a very big shot with a sharp cut, and of course, it didn't have too much spin on it.
And yes, Neo pulls one back to make it 3-1 in a race to 4 for pressing the next round. Georgie Nduga, how are you doing, man? I am good. How are you as well? I think Neo has to play in mind that any chance given back to this guy now on table, Boom Lucas, Neo will be eliminated. And according to the standings of the the Reds, I think Lucas can find a way of winning off and seeing off Neo in a single visit of the match or the frame. Can he do so? He has just spotted 3 of his Reds into one corner pocket, and now he went for power. He misses the pot and he moves the Chubo away in space or in a place where Neo can start potting any of his Reds. Once again, I big shout out to my brother of the satellite media. All the pictures we are seeing, they are all courtesy of him, because he is at the venue, and this live I am tapping from his game. This match is both live on the satellite media and Network Academy in Uganda, or the YouTube channels. You can watch the match on each of the channels. Yes, George, you saying Uganda has so many poor talents? I see now new faces now, and then they play well. Need to bring some to Kenya. Yes, George, I think if it is possible, some can come, maybe can relocate. Yeah, but one thing I can agree with you, that yes, they have a little bit of many poor players in the country currently. Now look at that shot Lucas Boom has just played. It guarantee him now one shot away to win the match against Boomer. Against Neo, and yes, he pots, he wins the match. For now, I'll be restarting the line for other matches. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a wonderful crowd. But before we start off, or before we let us see which of the players of the match coming on right now. We can either continue instead of restarting. Yes.
Ukulia ndiye na yenga si menya malao wale chance bota ina ni kwa dekali Brian, you know, I know MUKISA